Alright, fuckers and fuckettes. Now, for years we've been hearing about all this shit's bad for us and that shit's bad for us, and now this younger generation and the way folks are raising their kids, hey, look, you got a whole couple of generations still living that can tell you, we were born to mothers that smoked and drank while they were pregnant. Pretty sure mine quit doing drugs and drinking the day after I was born, but, well, she might have quit the day after one of my sisters was born. I'm not entirely sure, but, they took aspirin, they ate blue cheese dressing, they ate tuna from a can. Nobody got tested for diabetes. Well, we all are now. We were laid on our stomachs in baby cribs, and that lead-based paint, I don't think it hurt a bit. No, I'm fucking with you on that one. We didn't have no adult-proof fucking caps on these medicine bottles. We were raised responsibly. Parenting was still a skill back then. Locks on our doors, yeah, we all had them, but we never used them. Fuck, I still hardly ever use them today, except on the shop. But, we didn't have locks on our fucking medicine cabinets in the house and shit. And that one lady, I went over to her house, she's got plastic shit in all of her plugs, to keep her kids from sticking their fingers in the damn socket. Why don't you teach the kid, like we was taught, hey, don't put your finger in there, that shit's gonna hurt. That's how we was taught. I don't see why that shit ain't good enough today. We rode our bicycles. We didn't have no fucking helmets. We might have had a baseball cap, and usually it was turned around like this. Y'all gonna have to excuse my hair and beard this morning. I've been fucking working with parts cleaner already. Head got the itch and got that shit all over my head. I'm pretty sure I increased my bald spot. When we were little kids, we did not have car seats in our, we fucking climbed all over the damn cars. As long as we didn't bother mama or daddy or whoever was driving, we didn't get our ass whooped. It was that simple. We'd go into a restaurant, yeah, they had booster seats there, but not in no damn cars. We didn't wear seat belts. There weren't no airbags in there. And, we generally had, as we were going through high school and college, I don't think there's one person in my generation that can say that they didn't have a set of bald tires at one time and questionable brakes, because we all did. Unless you was a little rich brat and mommy and daddy bought you that car, but there wasn't very many of them back then. Nowadays, fuck. It's against the law to ride in the back of a pickup these days. Man, that was half the fun of growing up in the South, was riding in the back of that pickup. Shit. I'm pretty sure them folks up in Yankee country enjoyed the shit out of that too. All this bottled water shit you see right now, we drank that shit from a garden hose. Sometimes we drank right out the creek. Of course, I don't think I'd drink too much water out of the creeks these days, because you don't never know what people been putting on their lawns. But we'd go down to the damn corner store. We wasn't fucking worried about no diseases or no shit. We'd pass around one or two sodas between 5 or 6 of us, because we'd all kick in our money, and that's what we could afford. And kids these days, it's the same deal. They still ain't got no damn money. We ate cupcakes, we ate white bread, we had real butter. And my family didn't have, regular normal beef jerky. We made our own, but, we all fucking Well, you get a hunk of fresh beef jerky when we was kids, man. You know, you fucking grab it. Some kids would tear off a hunk, and some kids would bite off a hunk, and nobody cared. I mean, you know, you can still do that today. And, you know, chances of getting disease are there, but not very goddamn great. You know, especially among little kids. You know. And we wasn't overweight from all the shit that we ate because we was outside fucking playing. You know why we was outside playing? Because if we'd have been inside driving mommy and daddy crazy with all them video games and all that fucking noise, mommy and daddy would have whooped our fucking ass. You know, we'd take off in the morning, we'd go out and play all day, you know, except for during school. We'd go out, go to school, come home, get our homework done, and then we'd go play. And the minute them street lights came on, it was time to fucking get home. And in my particular case, we didn't have no street lights, but if it looked like it was getting dark, you best get your ass home, because you was going to get a butt whooping if you didn't. And, you know, as far as all these, you know, you see little fucking 9-year-olds with cell phones and shit, you know. Hey, when we was kids, no one could reach us all day. We didn't check in every 5 minutes, and we all made it through. We're all okay. Well, I mean, some of us are obviously not too okay, but we made it through. And I don't remember hearing about one of my friends ever having a problem because they couldn't, you know, be found or whatever. Wasn't no need for communication. Still isn't. You know, we'd spend hours, days, building up go-karts out of scraps of wood, scraps of steel. You know, 9 and 10 years old, we'd be out there with our 11-year-old buddies welding up fucking go-karts and motorcycles and mini bikes and anything we could scrunch to pieces to put together. Your brakes? Fuck. Yeah, we started putting brakes on after we figured out we needed them damn things. You know, but, yeah, it was just because, you know, them bushes hurt when you go through them. You know, we didn't have no PlayStations, Nintendos, Xboxes. There weren't no video games, no 150 channels on the boob tube, and no damn video damn movies and DVDs and surround sound or CDs. We didn't have no cell phones. Okay, I had a computer. You know, but I mean, we didn't have computers as a general rule. We didn't have no internet, no chat rooms. We had friends. We went outside and we fucking played with our friends. And that's what's wrong, a big thing that's wrong with the way folks is raising their kids today. They're teaching them to be scared of everybody instead of going out and say, hey, how you doing? Because you know what? 9 out of 10 motherfuckers ain't going to hurt you for saying hi. They're probably, oh man, I ain't doing shit. Fuck. What can we do? Hell, let's go out in the woods and go down by the creek, check out them little fish. You know, I mean, that's how kids are. That's what we did. You know, if we didn't have anything to put together or play with, fuck, we'd make something to play with. Or we'd go stare at shit. We'd fucking go jump in the creek. We didn't even worry about our clothes. Hell, we just, sometimes we'd take them off, sometimes we'd leave them on. We'd just fucking hop in the creek, have a good day, fucking play around. I mean, yeah, okay, we fell out of trees, we got cut up, we broke bones, we broke teeth, and nobody ever filed a lawsuit over that shit because we were kids, we was having fun. You know, I mean, we made the little fucking nerdy kids eat mud pies, you know, with worms in them, and you know what? Them worms didn't live in them kids forever. Probably didn't even make it down their throats. I mean, you know, 6 and 7 years old, we all had 22s, you know. We were taught proper use and care of a gun, and we were taught to hunt. We were taught not to shoot people. You know, nowadays, I think a kid's got to be 21 before they can even get a damn rifle, you know, and that was, hell, a good chunk of fun growing up in the South was going out in the woods, setting up some cans or some bottles, and we always cleaned up our mess afterwards. I mean, Okay, some kids didn't clean up their mess, but, you know, I can't say nothing for them. They wasn't raised right. But, I mean, you know, hell, if we'd go out in fucking Granddad's barn and shoot pigeons, and if we accidentally used long rifle rounds instead of short rounds, you know, you get them 22 shorts, they won't go through a tin roof. And I can tell you firsthand, them long rifle rounds would, because we was out there shooting pigeons one day, and I ended up, me and my cousin, well, two of my cousins, me and two of my cousins, we ended out on top of that roof the following week with brazing rods, patching every hole we put in that roof. But that's how things was done back then. We not only got our ass whooped, we had to fix it too. You know, we didn't have mommy and daddy fucking carrying us 3 houses down in the car. I mean, we rode our bikes for miles, went to our friends' houses, you know, we knocked on the door, we rang the bell. If it was somebody we knew real good and we was in good with the family, hell, we just walked in and talked to them. Shit, that's how it, you know, I don't get people these days in the way they're raising their kids. They're raising them wrong. I mean, you know, these days, you know, you go for a little league baseball team and everybody's got to make the team. You know what? When I was a kid, if you went to try out for little leagues and you didn't make the team, tough shit. You had to learn how to deal with the disappointment, because your choices came down to you could either go home and practice and get good enough, or you could fucking live with it. You know, fuck all this candy ass bullshit they're playing today. Oh, everybody's got to make the team. Bullshit. Everybody ain't got to make the team. You know, if they want to make that team, they can practice and they can make themselves good enough to make that team. That's how it, you know. I mean, you know, you hear these kids these days, you know, 15, 16-year-olds, they get bailed out of jail if they break the law. You know what? If I'd have broke the law when I was a kid, my parents would have took the law aside. You know, I'd sat in jail, and when I got out, they'd probably whoop my ass again. You know, my generation, the generation before me, and several generations before that have produced some of the best risk takers, problem solvers, and inventors everywhere. I mean, these last 50 years have been an explosion of new ideas and inventions. You know, I mean, we were taught that we had freedom, but we also had the freedom to fail. We had the freedom to succeed. And we had the responsibility to accept if we could or could not succeed. You know, we had the responsibility to accept our failures, you know, and it's a privilege to accept your successes. You know, but we learn to deal with it all. That's how it is. And as far as these kids today, I really, really doubt that, I mean, come on, they're not doing anything. You know, don't give your kids a Nintendo for their birthday or whatever. Well, actually, I don't even think parents wait for birthdays to do that shit these days, but forget that. Give them a set of tools. When I was 5 years old, I got my first set of tools. Actually, I think I was 6. But give them a set of tools. Give them something to work on. Teach them valuable skills that'll last them a damn lifetime. If they want to go play with their friends, don't fucking, oh, it's an evil world. Fucking let them go play with their friends. You know what? I mean, I drive around. This is Southwest Florida, fucking God's waiting room. Nothing but old people, you know, and I drive around, these damn parks are damn near empty, which is a good thing, because I like to sit on the benches and smoke weed, but you know what? We had people doing that when I was a little kid, too. And wasn't nobody offering none of them kids none of that shit. That's just how it, you know, people would be out there drinking. You know, wasn't nobody bothering them kids. Them kids would be running around doing their thing. And, you know, yeah, okay, some drunk would come up every now and then. And you know what? I learned how to catch fish by hand with my bare hands. I learned how to catch mullet from an old drunk. Probably not a skill that's ever gonna make me a living, but goddamn, that was some fun shit. With me and my friends, we catch them little finger mullet when I was a kid. Man, that was some fun shit. Never hurt nothing. That dude showed us how to do that. I mean, come on, people. This is America. Act like Americans. Holler at y'all fuckers and fuckheads later.